Hi friends, it's Jeannie and today I'm sharing how I put together these two cards. Since I was able to create a card using stencils and these metallic watercolors, I had to pull out this particular stencil from Erin Creative to use the same technique. If you're interested in my previous card where I created a fireworks background using metallic watercolors, I'll have that linked down below as well. This particular stencil comes from her rainbow kit and there's two sizes. I'm using the smaller size along with other products to put these two cards together. So as my other card, I had sprayed this stencil with Pixie Spray and I adhered it to the card. It's a temporary adhesive, which is low tack, and you can remove it very easily from a card panel. But this helps make sure that all the little parts of this particular stencil will stay adhered to the card. As you can see, the rainbow stencil is pretty delicate in some areas. It has these thin lines and I wanted to make sure that nothing would go underneath while I was coloring. To be honest, this is my second attempt. I was a little bit impatient with my first one and I actually added too much water. So because it was watery and because I didn't wait for it to dry before lifting the stencil, it became very smushed together, and when I lifted it, it just did not produce clean lines. So this second attempt, I was a lot more careful and a lot more patient. I waited for it to dry before pulling up the stencil, and it worked perfectly. And since I had all the supplies out already, I also created a second rainbow, and I think that it was just really easy to do. I've ink blended using the stencil before, and that was a lot more time consuming. I had to mask it, and masking each portion of the rainbow was really tough, especially around those the yellow portion, which is the little holes. But as you can see, it's really metallic and pretty, and there are no wet spots, so it's ready to pull up. When it's ready to pull up, I'm just still very careful. I'm lifting from the bottom up, and it produced pretty clean lines. So I was really happy about that. So I created two. To go along with this rainbow, I picked out Trinity Stamp's Marshmallow Alpha dies. I thought that it was just really cute and went along with the rainbow as well. So for the hello, I decided to use the heart, but I'll swap it out for the O because I thought it just looked a little strange. So I didn't really like it, and so I swapped it out. But it's your preference. You can add whatever sentiment you want. I did trim down the card panels a bit because they were a little bit bigger than the A2 card. I also wanted to pull in the white from the sentiment as well, so I trimmed the top and the bottom just a little bit so it would peek through. I'm also adding these two sentiment strips stamped on pink cardstock. I use the sentiments from 3 Room Studio's Simple Sentiments, and I thought it would just be a nice addition to the sentiment since these alphas are pretty large. So once I had everything ready, I am adhering it to the card panel so the white peeks out from the top and the bottom, and I'll be adhering the alphas as well. So this card is one of my quicker cards that I've been able to put together, and I really enjoyed just being able to use the metallic watercolors on black cardstock. I'm going to actually try it on white as well. So for lining up the letters, this is my little trick where I will take a piece of masking tape. This is Post-its that come in like a roll, and I just trimmed it down to about 1/2 inch. It just helps as a guide to where I should line up the sentiments. Sometimes I'll use a T-ruler, but the T-ruler is a little bit uneven towards the top area, and it's hard to keep it straight when I'm moving around. As you can see, I am a crafter that moves around and flips things around, turns it, even when I color. So this is really helpful for me because it's stationary, and even though I move, it'll stay on the card and you can just pull it up when you're done. So when I finish with the larger alphas, I move on to adding the sentiments. And here I do use the T-ruler, and I put down the sentiment that helps guide where I want to place it. This is a little different for me. I usually would put it on the bottom corner, but I thought that, you know, I would try something different here, and I thought it turned out pretty cute. So those are the 2 cards for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.